Good evening, everyone. William in here, 1799. Glad you could come around. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button down there. It doesn't cost you anything, and I'd like to hear from some of you people. How do we crawl through this? This is an interesting thing, and I have been working on this for some time. That's because I'm really kind of curious as to how all this would play out. We all understand what the laws and rules of the Constitution. I mean, best we can. We're not constitutional professors or scholars of that sort. But we do have a chance to read it. And if we don't know something, we look it up on our tablets or our phones or, any type of dictionary, the understanding what the word is and what its interpretation is and why the founding fathers chose these particular words for what they are. But when it comes to these Democrat law professors, they're going to tell you that's not what it means, it's not what it says, you got it all wrong, and listen to me, I can tell you everything. But this is what it says, plain text English, no rocket science. Well, anyway, the Constitution is set up as we the people. Our founders, when they wrote this thing, they wanted to make sure that the people had the rights and the power to elect a government and to control this government if they have to. Let's understand one thing now. Democrats and Republicans hate the Constitution. They believe that the American people have too many rights. But let's look at a few things here, and we'll crawl into this. Articles of the Constitution. We're all going to go through the first 4 most important ones. Article 1, the legislative branch. Article 2, the executive branch of government. Article 3, the judiciary. Okay. What about Article 4? Big question mark, right? Interesting. Article 4, Section 2. The citizens of the state shall be entitled to the privileges and immunities of citizens in the states. Section 2 states what it is. The citizens of each state shall be entitled to all privileges and immunities of citizens in the states. So in other words, your marriage, your license, you could take it with you from one state to another state. We honor that. You want to drive from one state to another state. We honor that. You want to get a job in another state. Yeah, we honor that. You have the same rights you had in that state. Your Bill of Rights belongs to you. Farmer wants to sell his goods from this state and take it across state lines. Not a problem. He has the right to do so. You want to get medical care. Your hospital can't provide that care, so they transfer you across state lines to a hospital that can give you that. Or across country. Because you have the same rights in this state you have in the other state. Same rights. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. You were a car manufacturer. You want to transport your Your cars are used cars from this state to that state, not a problem. Parts manufacturers transport their parts from this state to another state, not a problem. When you get a job, you go to this state, try and go to another state, not a problem. You want to buy property in that state, oh, that's not a problem. States do have the right to govern themselves. That is true, as long as they do not violate constitutional law. That's it. Oh, the states, municipalities have their own little laws and traffics and things like that. Driving is a privilege. That's all it is. Now, here's one thing. When you break the law in a state, murder, rape, robbery, so forth in that state, and you flee from that state to another state, and you get caught in that state doing the same thing, that state's going to charge you. That court's going to charge you. But mind you, he's committed crimes in another state. That state has the right to get extradition to bring you back to face crimes in that state. And after this state that you're in now charges you with all these charges, they will then honor that extradition and send you back to that state where you committed the crimes in the first place. That's not a problem. That's in Article 4. Article 4 grants you that. Just like Article 4 gives you the citizens of every state. When you travel across state lines, you have the same Bill of Rights, hasn't changed. You have the same constitutional rights, that hasn't changed. States make their own laws, states make their own decisions and stuff, as long as it does not violate constitutional law or your Bill of Rights. I'm not a constitutional lawyer here, but I mean that's exactly what it comes down to when you read this thing. And if I don't understand something, I pick up a dictionary and I'll look it up somewhere. You have freedom to travel across state lines. And all your rights are supposed to be acknowledged in all states. But when it comes to these blue states, it's another thing coming. See, their attitude is like some states, no, you don't give us the right stuff. We'll tell you what your rights are. You have no rights here. We'll decide what your rights are, period. And that's in these blue states, because they don't like the Constitution. Now, let's say you want to carry your firearm from one state to another. Not a problem. Right? Wrong. Every state has their own laws, and they don't recognize your rights when it comes to carrying a firearm to defend yourself and your family when you're visiting another state. Reciprocity, concealed carry law. This bill would require all states to recognize concealed carry permits from other states. It will allow the transportation of handguns across state lines and would allow permit holders to carry concealed firearms for self-protection. Plain and simple. But now wait a minute. Article 4 pretty much already says that. And the reason why Article 4 always says that, because it says it very clearly. The citizens of each state shall be entitled to the privileges and immunities of citizens in the states. So your rights did not change when you left from that state, when you went to another state. It didn't change. It just discriminates. It violates the law. You already have these rights. But states want to make it difficult. So you add all these goofy new rules or regulations and laws, and we're going to fight this and fight that. Here's the thing. That's what Article 4 is. But now you want to discriminate, then you got to look at Article 14. Even though it doesn't state it there, it's still considered discrimination. Can't make this stuff up. But that's what comes down to the rule. See, here's the argument. Here's the thing. This. I mean, you know, people have to really argue this for. You know, the Bill of Rights was being drafted September 25th, 1789. Text, tradition, history, right? Ratified December 15, 1791. Again, text, tradition, history. Where's the argument? The argument is personal. These politicians use their offices and their chairs for personal. That's what it's all about. Has nothing to do with public safety and all that, because these states are the ones that are harboring fugitives and criminals, which is in violation of the law. But yet they tell you you can't carry that firearm across that lines unless you go through our class, register your firearm, have your permit paperwork available, go through our classes, and then go through our permitting processes. But not for that car you're going to drive across the state line. Not for your boat you want to drag across it to go to the lake out there or the ocean out there. But your firearm to protect yourself, oh, you can't have that right. No. But it's already guaranteed on Article 4, which everybody seems to want to like sweep it under the rug, like it doesn't really exist. It's only hearsay stuff. But Article 4 has a lot in it. That one little clause, Section 2, means you all have the right. Very clear. All you have the right. So when you really sit there and look at this reciprocity, if the Democrats in these blue states, which I call Confederate states now, they hold their hand out when they want federal funding, but when it comes to your rights, they want to squash it and protect illegals, criminals, and people outside our country because they have rights. How much rights do they really have? You're an American citizen. Oh, I know you didn't pledge allegiance to the flag of Ohio or flag of Pennsylvania or flag of New Jersey. You pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States because you're a citizen of the United States. Remember that. So till then, keep your friends and family close and remember Article 4. And do not be afraid to defend yourself. And you know what? Keep your eyes open. You see anything strange around you, report it immediately. Till then, you take care.